This is Assassin's Creed Syndicate. We're on Xbox Series X taking a look at this follow-up to Unity that tried to rein things in a little bit, get the performance running a little bit better, and not have so many issues. So they went for more of a, I guess you could say, closed-in, polished experience in comparison to what happened with Unity when it released at that point, which was, again, that was pretty new for the generation. This was that next Assassin's Creed effort. So with that on Series X, we are getting 900p at 30 FPS with auto HDR support. So yeah, it actually does look surprisingly good considering that. It doesn't look quite as rough as similar, lower resolution type games, so that's actually kind of impressive. Again, bit of a shame that this one wasn't given any sort of Xbox One X enhancement. I think it could have benefited from that quite a bit in terms of getting some extra resolution going on there, so that's a little disappointing. At the same time, I'm kind of more interested in this one possibly getting a FPS boost at some point, considering I think that could really change how this game is enjoyed in regards to the kind of fluidity and just how the game feels. I think that could do wonders for this experience. But yeah, real shame that this one wasn't given that Xbox One X enhancement. Just really would have been nice for it, I think, it would have been really good to have. Now, with that, we've got an interesting story here, just in terms of how they changed up the narrative. Traditionally, you follow the one assassin, they do their thing. This one actually has you kind of taking the role of two assassins, a brother-sister combo. That's basically the Fry twins, and they both have different ways of doing things. I actually found the the sister to be a little bit more interesting, just in terms of the brutality of the character. This guy's cool, he wants to do the whole club-lubbing thing, hitting people, fighting, stuff like that, building up a gang crew, and then, she's more interested in actually doing the hunting for the Eden pieces, I guess you could say. So this is more of the opening of the experience, is more of a gameplay that we're doing here. I had planned to do this chat with another person, but yeah, we're just kind of rolling through here, and I'm doing it myself. I'm going solo in the Creed Syndicate, because I didn't really have experience with this particular one. I played it at E3 and actually got a shirt and stuff from the game, which was kind of cool. And the shirt wasn't the best quality because it ripped, and I was like, oh. But yeah, it was cool to be there early, checking it out. It was one of the earlier kind of connections I had with Ubisoft, and then things trailed off. I ended up talking with new people at Ubisoft eventually later on, and now we cover a lot of the games on the channel, as you can see. So yeah, that's kind of cool. It's just like, yeah, it's a little bit different not seeing the resolution patch on this one. Yeah, it definitely would have been nice. Anyways, so kind of a neat story. We've got this like London town. Well, I guess you kind of start a little bit outside of it, but then you go into like the core London town of, well, this era, in I guess like a Victorian type era, right? Definitely an interesting setting, and a fairly expansive one too, in terms of where you're going, where you're exploring. It had those refinements that were present from Assassin's Creed Unity, and it just kind of, again, reined in like crowds, and like I still think it's fairly dense in terms of the crowd sizes, but it just like it runs like significantly better. I guess I've also got the details. I guess the Victorian era London. The twins are Jacob and Evie Fry. Evie's just like brutal. We're going to be showing her off in a bit, where it does like a switch thing. That's how the tutorial kind of works. It introduces you to the characters really fast, gets you into the story, and then you kind of go into the open world free roaming of London, and that's kind of cool too, right? Yeah, I think this is more of like a parkour showcase here. This was also one of the Assassin's Creed games where you could still be more of an assassin, if that makes sense. Like, I love that about Unity, is I could go in and I could literally just like find a way to assassinate the one guy and then just leave. And that was always my favorite thing. But yeah, you can't really do that as much in the new ones. I mean, I guess you kind of could, but they're more about actually fighting troops and stuff, whereas this one, a lot more of a focus on stealth play, which is definitely interesting. But yeah, I guess some of the mechanics, some might have felt they were a bit aged. I did find it also neat that it kept track of like tons of different assassinations you pull off. I think there's like a couple hundred or something like that. It was ridiculous, all the different options for like smashing folks and cutting them and stuff like that. And definitely interesting. It's kind of an entertaining story. I think it's got some neat characters to it. But we're mostly, again, just like kind of a gameplay, showing it off, kind of presenting it to you. Look at that. Always the classic neck stab. Nice and easy going. Haha. I guess it's like 1868. I was just going to say 68, but no one will know what hundreds of years that is. Tail end of the Industrial Revolution. Yep. Going, fighting stuff. They got some present day stuff going on too in regards to some of the characters. Kind of continuing story, and then, you know, later on they kind of ignore that in the Creed series. Definitely interesting. And then you're also running into some, I don't know if you would say familiar faces, but some Creed faces as you go and you do your thing in order to kind of restabilize the London society that's been taken over from, you know, all of the extra foes. And then they got some cool DLC to this one too. There's like Jack the Ripper and stuff, so that's kind of fun. I don't know, something a little bit different, eh? And yeah. Oh, that's funny. I like that zoom in there. Super, super weird. Cool, like, stage setups, though. I always like that about the Creed series, is the amount of depth within the environment. Like, not only the quantity of, like, NPCs doing their thing, but also just the fact that there's, like, lots of smaller objects, you know, everywhere feels really worn in, especially, like, the industrial area locations that you go into. You see all the little shops and all the, like, dirt and stuff looks fantastic. See, this is where we're going in. We're gonna just get the job done as fast as possible, and yeah, we're just gonna kill some guys too. Oh, these guys are a little bit tough. Oh no, that's fine. I've probably got this. I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen, right? See, this guy's got that, like, just brawler style, but I really love Evie's. Just like, she's insanely brutal. Like, this is supposed to be the brutal guy, but she's just like clubbing, and it's nuts when you see her in action. If you haven't seen it before, she's just crazy. Just smash folks down. Oh yeah, I've died. Oh no, what a shocker. Don't worry, I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's respawn. We'll do something a little bit different. Oh yeah, and the loading's faster too, which is kind of nice. You get into the segments a little bit quicker, so you get a little bit less less walking around, walking and doing stuff. Yep. Where are we going? Yeah, I think this is an angle where I'm gonna do more of like a stealth approach or something like that. See, you can use the environment to your advantage with all the movements. It also still could have used a little bit more work for kind of how you climb stuff, but it was a lot better in this one. At least I thought so. There we go. Now let's see, am I going to be smart about this one? I think I can do like a pipe kind of free run thing and get in there and cut him down or something like that. Okay. But yeah, I definitely think an FPS boost in this would be like just the most incredible of experiences. I would genuinely be happy to see that kind of take effect in this one. And some of the later titles too. It's just these open world games. It would be so stellar. See, that was a very clean assassination on that guy. At least I thought so. And then they do these weird kind of like lock-in chat things where they're like,
"What did you accomplish, boy?"
Yeah, did you know what you've done? And blah, 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 blah. You know, stuff like that.
A large bolt, but not enough.
Your Grandmaster will fall.
You assassins
What did
can
you accomplish?
serve London to your heart's content.
Yeah, we're gonna take them all down. We're gonna fight the establishment. That's what we're all about here. In this London era.
It is the very city itself.
We will take London from your hands.
From Croydon. You lurk in the shadows like a coward. I doubt it.
Well, with that done, let's swap over. No, I think we gotta do the whole escape thing. Oh yeah, stuff's gonna get nuts in a second here. It's gonna get crazy. Although I appear to just be standing still. Nope, I'm going. I'm rolling. I did anticipate that my initial go at this was going to be significantly cut down time-wise, but we're just rolling with the whole thing. I mean, I got it all here, might as well, right? That's what happens when your initial editing plans don't go to fruition. Oh, it's a train fight! It's amazing how games always seem to have like these long train sequences. It's kind of amazing, actually, that they pull them off. You get the double assassination. Always a skillful move. Yeah, looks like we've got more running on the train. Yeah, we also looted guys in this one. That was kind of neat, too. See how this goes. Taking them down. Anybody else want a good neck snacking? Snacking? Snapping. Neck snacking. Num 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 num. That's what I'm talking about. Snacking on the fools. And I don't know, it's kind of a cool sequence, right? Just in terms of the setup here. I think it's kind of neat. Definitely do some wild things with it. And then, yeah, this here. That's the cool thing, is they can set up these crazy set pieces, you know what I mean? Just in terms of having that, and then, you know, we're still doing regular gameplay, which is kind of cool. Oh, out he goes.
Oh, we seem to have made an unscheduled stop.
Unscheduled stop indeed. See, that was pretty cool, right? Getting down here, doing a big train sequence. It's like a really weird start to the game, if that makes sense. Like, you think of a lot of games sort of have like a slow burn, whereas this one just throws you right into it. It doesn't take any time at all, and it's like, okay, you're rolling now. I think that's kind of interesting. And it looks like we're going to be... I don't know, fighting through this. There's going to be a switch soon, though. I do know that. We're going to be hopping into another performance. Yeah, derailing a whole train. Like, you know how costly and expensive and stuff that would be to do that? Oh, he's got the heroic. Oh, it'll be cool. See, they're definitely cheeky. That's for sure. Definitely got that cheeky attitude done. Well, and then we're... Yes, the loading shift here. I think she's got a cooler outfit going on, too. Definitely got to say that. And then on top of that, just like all of a sudden, you know, you're switching to this character that's just like, she seems ruthless, if that makes sense. Just absolutely like smashing through people with the cane. I think it's the cane that's like the vicious part for me. Can't wait to show it in action here, so we skip through this stuff. Oh yes, her perspective.
This is where the piece of Eden will be located.
She's also supposed to be more of like a stealth character, but I just don't see it in it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she could do the stealth, I guess they both can, but she definitely seems a lot more focused on actually causing, like, you know, conflict and just going in there. It's like she's more effective just stabbing people and straight up fighting them like head on, as opposed to like sitting back, if that makes sense. That's kind of what I got out of her character. Let's see how she handles this. Well, I guess that's how I handle this. See, they try to teach you like the stealth thing, and it's like she's supposed to be the stealth character, but she just goes in there and just absolutely just smacks foes down. Like, look at that. It's just ruthless. Stab a guy in the neck, throwing him over your shoulder. You know how hard that is to do? It's very interesting.
I'm on my way, Sir David.
And she's also on a train. How many trains are there? I guess it's a good way to kind of move the setting too, right, in regards to getting us to like the London locale. See, just gotta be ruthless and fast, and that's where she's more effective as a character, at least from what I'm seeing. Stabby, stabby, stabby. We're almost detaching this fun thing. Yeah, I do like the idea of using the modern transport in that. I wonder if we're going to see more train-oriented Creed titles in the future. It all depends on the setting, right? It all depends on where they want to go. I'm just like punching this thing out. So vicious and crazy. I mean, they don't seem like they're very far off either. Isn't like they're right into the gates of the place. Doesn't matter. This part's cool because you get some freedom in how you want to tackle things and how you want to stab people. But if there's anything I've learned, I'm anything but subtle when it comes to the elimination of foes.
Keep a lookout. All right. I'll shout if I get any bother.
It's also nice how these guys wear bright red outfits so they're easy to see. Shank, shank, shank. Whoosha. Yeah, I'm also not really a whole lot of the stealth type. Time to do the quick climb. Nope, not working. There we go. Yep, up and above. Totally just escaped. They'll be like, ah, where'd this person go? Would you even want to follow somebody that like ended up getting up here? That'd be creepy, right? Then we gotta do this thing where we become all anonymous and stuff, and they're like, where did they go? I saw them climb this thing, but surely they can't be at the top of the tower creeping over like some sort of weird Batman eagle thing. Of course not.
Weeks with the device.
Your questionable practices are beginning to draw unwanted attention. You have been given more than enough time to achieve results, Sir David.
I was unaware that you expected me to perform like a cocker spaniel.
Permit me to remind you of your obligation.
Like a cocker spaniel.
Miss Thorne, you ride me like a racehorse.
Sir David, I will return tomorrow. If you have not unlocked the device's secrets, forget your dogs and horses. I will leave you to the wolves. Good day.
Oh, just ruthless.
Promised to tour the premises, my lords. Who sent you?
And who's this guy?
Spies.
Get that man to interrogation. Then I want him brought to the lab.
What a pity. But no deviations from the mission.
Be an assassin? What? Eagle jump! Eagle jump! Eagle jump! Nope, never mind. Okay, let's try that again. Eagle, nope. Okay, let's throw in another effort here. Come on, come on, come on. Eagle leap of faith jump. Whoosh. That guy totally did not hear that at all, am I right? Stealth is overrated. How many guys can I shank on my way to get to where my mission is? Why, hello there. Wah. Told you, she's a killer.
Nearly there.
Oh, that guy looks a little bit tougher. I don't want to deal with him. I also like the climbing's a little bit more form factor, but also at the same time, I'm used to the climbing being way more dynamic in the later ones too, so it feels like super awkward sometimes when I'm like, I should be able to climb this from the newer ones, but I can't. Oh yes, then the entry points. But yeah, I think that's enough as far as me chatting through this. You can enjoy the rest of her little escapade in regards to this part of the mission, and it kind of goes to the big opening, but yeah, it's quite cool, you know, it's still playing well. I'd love to see this FPS boosted. If it does get that, I'll be sure to take a look at it as well. Look at this ruthless just weapon that like Kane is like. What would you even do response-wise? You'd just be getting beat like crazy with that thing. You'd have no idea. You'd be like, what is going on here? Just nuts for sure, right? I'm gonna try to fight this guy or something, but no. Yeah, he's a big boy. Oh, caning him up. Look at that. She's crazy. She's absolutely insane. What a cool character.
Give him a taster.
No. no.
Ah, thank you kindly. I was in ever such a squeaky fix when, what do you know? You rescue me.
Where's the hidden laboratory?
Untie me, and then we can parley, milady.
I'm pressed for time. Tell me now.
It's underground. Requires a key. One of the guards nicked mine, cheeky sod.
Thank you.
Now? Untie me?
You got yourself in. I trust you can get yourself out again.
Not to worry, milady. Can still recall a couple of tricks from me carnival days.
Charming.
She's not my problem anymore. I think we've gone far enough. Whoever you are, just show yourself. Some woman sneak!
Got it.
a trespasser! Don't go easy!
There you are. The entrance to Bruce's lab.
She won't get away! She's quick! You gotta overpower her! I'll whip out your innards!
Back on track.
No, it can't. So do as you're bloody told.
The bloke said.
Piece of Eden.
Increase the electricity.
But it'll become unstable, sir.
You heard what Miss Thorne said. We need results now.
By Jove! On the blue light, it goes completely transparent. You don't mind me saying that would be an exceptionally bad idea. Miss Thorne will have your head, and Mr. Static the rest.
It is time to lay down your head, Sir David Brewster.
But I have so much more to discover.
Do not be afraid.
I'm not. God will protect me.
I will continue your experiment.
You will not stop, Starik. Miss Thorne has already found another piece of Eden, more powerful than the last.
I will take that one too.
We fight to gain what we cannot take with us. It's in our nature.
here. Now! Come on, keep going. That was far too close. I must find a way out. Nearly through. Come on!
What was that explosion?
What explosion?
Evie?
Piece of Eden detonated and took the lab with it.
The magic lump of hyperbolic metal. I'm shocked.
Simply because you have never valued the pieces does not
All
mean...
went according to plan, hmm?
There was a slight complication.
How slight.
The lab exploded.
Jacob.
You derailed a train.
Oh, he did. Did he?
Well, the train derailed and I happened to be on it. I killed my target.
Brewster is also no more.
Then all in all, a successful mission in spite of you two.
What about London?
What about it?
We're wasting our time out here.
You know as well as I do that London has been the domain of the Templars for the last 100 years. They are far too strong yet. Patience.
But the Templars have found a new piece of Eden.
Sir David is dead. They do not know how to use it. The Council shall guide us. Sound advice that your father would have seconded. I shall see you back in Crawley.
Patience, Evie.
The gentle sound of opportunity passing us by.
So what's stopping us? London is waiting to be liberated. Forget Crawley.
Father would have wanted us to listen.
Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Ooh.